So Descartes does this, and now we're getting closer to the problem that he sets for modern philosophy. Descartes does this by conceiving of the world, the natural world, as made up of trees and people and things like chairs. In other words, natural objects, artificial objects, other people, and animals, and so forth. So, if that's the world, then the way we find ourselves confronting that world is as minds. All right? So, and Descartes has this beautiful image of the mind's eye. So let's say this is the mind's eye. The mind's eye he mentions this in Meditations 2, 4, and 5, I believe. The mind's eye somehow gains access to the world. Now, the world's a world of objects, natural objects, natural, artificial, and of course, other minds. So how does the mind's eye get access to the world? Well, it kind of finds the world. The world's already there. The mind's eye, our minds, come to it and forms ideas. So let's keep it simple. Stick with the chair here. All right, there's a chair out there. I come to the chair. What do? I form an idea. A visual, perceptual idea of a chair. That's what I do. And I have this idea of the chair because, well, my sense organs and so forth are in a causal relation to the external world. And the idea that I form, in turn, stands in a representational relation to the world. All right. Now, so far so good. Nothing too controversial at this point. Or so it seems. Now, what Descartes wants to say is basically, look, this whole causal link between the external world and the idea that I have of it is questionable. Who knows? For all I know, maybe something else caused my idea. Do I really know that there's a chair out there? Well, it turns out actually I don't, because I only have access to my idea. So Descartes, famously in The Dreaming Doubt, says that causal link actually isn't very reliable. Now, Descartes' point, of course, is that it has to be, he wants to arrive at a fundamental truth. He wants to find out what's really real, what's truly true. Once in his life, destroy all opinions and arrive at truth. And it turns out sensory truth, underwritten by a causal link to reality, doesn't cut the mustard. So, and similarly, it may very well be that so is my idea caused by a chair? I don't know. It may very well be that it is caused by my chair, by a chair, but it could, for example, be caused by something else. So there might be a causal relation to some kind of object out here, but that object might look very different from the chair. So Descartes also calls into question the representational link between my ideas and the objects. So, and at the end of the day, he says, really, there's no indubitable truth to be had in the relation between my ideas and the external world. In fact, what's out there is a complete question mark. I don't know anything true out there. And these relations are kind of, they're not an avenue toward epistemic guarantee. So what am I left with? Well, it turns out the only thing that I actually have true both access to and certainty of is the relation between my mind's eye and its idea. And that is the conception of ideas that you might call the veil of ideas. So the world, at this point, the external world has become a problem, skeptical problem of the external world. It's entirely shut off from me at this point. I don't know at all how I may or may not stand in relation to the world, but what I do know is I have this idea of a chair. That I cannot doubt. And so I'm stuck. My ideas present something of a veil. He's not doubting that my ideas are caused by something, right? There's something makes that idea what it is, but it could be an evil deceiver. It could be the object as represented. It could also be myself. I could be just projecting or making it up. All I know is that, well, actually two things I know. So I have, on the one hand side, let's be a little bit graphically precise, I have two certainties here. Certainty number one is that I'm having an idea. So that kind of arrow stops right at the idea. I'm having that idea. Descartes calls that, the idea's formal reality. I also have certainty of the nature of the idea. It's an idea of a chair. That Descartes calls its objective reality or objective being. So let's call it objective being, and this is called formal being. There's a third kind of certainty involved in this, which is a reflexive certainty. In all of this, the mind's eye is aware of itself. Or so Descartes thinks.